Yo, what's going on, homies? It's your boy Stumped back for another OPTC video. And in today's video, we're diving into the PSY Super Boss 15-star event versus Hawkins with the absolute GOAT that is Brook and a very new team that kind of breaks the fabric and fundamentals of what we know and love about Super Boss. So that's the team. Those are the sports. Let's dive on in. Now, the big addition to the team from the last video you guys would have seen is the Giants. And the Giants are the massive talking point for this particular Super Boss because the Giants have a very interesting ability that does 3 times their damage as end of turn damage, period. However, normal attacks only and all that other stuff just makes it very, very hard to use this. But with Brook, he can actually remove the normal attacks only, and you can do some very, very interesting things. So that's exactly what we're going to do in today's video. This particular team does well over 6 trillion damage, which is absolutely nuts. However, before we do that, we do need to get our versatility of Shanks. So I'll see you guys in a second. Once you get Shanks down to about 7 charges left, you can move on from this particular stage. However, if you have the Sora support, you can move on a little bit quicker. You can move on around 8. That should work out quite fine. If you want to do that one extra, just get Shanks to 7 just to be safe. I'd highly recommend doing so because the stalling takes a very, very long time to close and reopen the app. If you guys know, you know. It takes so long to get through that. Now, as you can see, basically on turn 2, we basically just pass the turn. We don't have to do anything with page 1 here. He's basically going to do all the work for us. He's going to drastically cut our HP, which works great when we move into the final stage, because that way we get the burn and then we can use the revive strat of Brook. Now, the Brook revive strat is an absolute game changer for Super Boss, not only to hit 1 trillion damage on this particular variation of Hawkins, because you lose your type advantage. They want you to use the Powerhouse team, which is nothing compared to the Free Spirit team, as you guys can see. And they slap you with a bunch of really nasty debuffs like Silence and Chain Lock and Pain. There's a lot of really, really nasty stuff. But with Brook, what you guys can actually do is you can just bypass all of that. And on top of that, you can get rid of the normal attacks only. Now, as you can see, I have the Sora support. If you guys have the Sora support, you can actually sort of just tap like this. That's actually going to charge Shanks. And then after you've done that tap, you can then kill yourself with the burn and Brook. Once Brook revives, as I mentioned, not only is he going to remove all of the enemy's nasty stuff, including the stuff that gets slapped on the page 1 stage, but he also removes the normal attacks only. Now, this is absolutely huge for Dory and Brogy. Now, Dory Brogy have that ability in their special where they do 3 times damage dealt by the normal attack of this character as end of turn damage. Now, that's going to be essential for cracking the 1 trillion mark because this is actually not affected by the damage limit or the damage cap that they have given us on this very, very annoying Super Boss, where they basically say you hit 1 trillion damage, anything over 1 trillion gets reduced by 99%. Dory Brogy, they don't actually listen to that. However, there is something you need to note when it comes to your tap order with Dory Brogy. So what we're going to do first is we are going to utilize the Super Swap, the Special, and the Super EX of our Zoro Sanji. That's just going to allow us to get a full board of Tandem Orbs, Free Spirit characters, all that fun stuff. With that, we can activate the versatility of Shanks, and then we can use the Shanks Special. With the action special of Shanks, I actually totally forgot I had action specials on, so I have to actually concentrate. With the action special of Shanks, I'm not going to get this excellent, am I? Oh, I'm not going to get the excellent. Oh, there we go. Beautiful. We can get, that's perfect. We can get the double conditional buff, plus we get the conditional buff to a weakening effect, and now we have a territory. Once we've done that, we can actually override our attack boost with Yamato, and once we've done that, we can increase it with the versatility of Luffy. Luffy applies the increased damage taken, and then we can use the Luffy special, and we have to do this action stuff again. I actually always suck at the Luffy action special. I'm a lot better at the Shanks one, but like these swipes, man, the swiping action makes the action special so much harder to hit. Yeah, perfect. And excellent. Okay, did we salvage? Okay, no, still perfect. I usually hit perfects, man, so it is what it is. Yeah, excellent. Obviously, you're going to do more damage, but we're here. Then we're going to use the Brook special. That's going to give us 90% damage reduction, which goes into the EX of Yamato to apply 1.9 times buff. Cross Guild gives some resistance down, which is really, really nice because as you can see, now we basically have a bunch of extra effects on the enemy. So that way we can get a higher multiplier with a Yamato. Once we've done that, we can use the EX of Yamato to increase our super classes. And then we can use Dogi and Brogy. Make sure you have your Brook or your Zorosanji or your Luffy over on the right-hand side. Because you're using Yamato as a friend captain, Dory Brogy are actually going to give us Wano slots on the left-hand side, not recovery orb. So just be very, very mindful of that. Now, as I was saying earlier, you do have to be mindful of your tap timing. The damage cap or the damage threshold, whatever you want to call it, affects the final end of turn damage of Dory Brogy, because your damage will be reduced by 99% after 1 trillion. If you hit the 1 trillion cap before you get to Dory Brogy, you're going to be in for a rough time. So with my particular team, we're actually going to tap them 5th. Very important that you guys do that. Otherwise, you're going to do less damage with their end of turn, which is hilarious, especially if you hit all of your rushes with Yamato. So let's do that now. Yamato rush. We are using a friend level 5 rush Yamato. That is another key to the team. If you don't have Yamato friend captains, it is going to be a little bit more challenging. But I guess you could probably do some fun stuff with like cross guild and stuff like that. We're then going to get the super tandem of Zorosanji. That's going to go into Luffy, tap with Dory Brogy, and then into Shanks. Now, as you can see, that Dory Brogy hit for around 577 billion damage. Now, this damage is going to get multiplied by 3 times, but on top of that, as you can see there, 5.7 trillion damage. But on top of that, it actually gets affected by the 2 times increased damage taken, and it gets afflicted with the weakening effect as well. So all of that multiplied together wraps it up at that absolutely monstrous number that you guys just saw there. It's absolutely wild. Like, seeing 5.7 trillion damage as end of turn damage is very, very nuts. Very, very nuts. So as you can see, we finish up the run there. Then we can go over to the end screen. And 6.7 trillion damage. That's actually the most I've done in the entire time. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, but like button, hit the subscribe button, do all that good stuff. Most importantly, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world, please remember to enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Night!